What is the least spoken language in the world? It's sign language, because they sign. They don't speak it. It's Old Bald Dad here, and today on Wacky Wednesday, we're going to be looking at some crazy things, looking at wacky things, and seeing things out there. On today's Wacky Wednesday, we're going to be looking at actual laws that exist in the country of Canada. These crazy laws that exist, that are out there, and we'll see. Have you broken any of these laws? Are you a criminal? Are you? Everybody wants to know. Are you a criminal? I promise I won't have the police come after you. Admit it. Are you a criminal? I don't know. We'll find out after this. Are you a criminal? I get a feeling that by the end of this, we're going to discover that at least some of us, we've broken the law. And at the end of this, if you've broken the law, write down in the comments which law you have broken. But as always, if you like these videos, I encourage you to like, subscribe. Great content, at least a couple times a week, coming on up. So, our Wacky Wednesday list. 10 laws that actually exist in Canada. 10 laws that actually exist in Canada. First, we're going to head on over to one of the provinces, the province of Alberta. Now, in Alberta, just in case you were wondering, if you're one of those people that likes to have your own ladder and you don't have a metal ladder, and so you've kind of built one or you borrowed one of those old ladders, I just want you to know that in Alberta, it is illegal to paint a wooden ladder. It's illegal to paint a wooden ladder. So I hope you don't live in Alberta and you've actually done that. There's a real good reason for that law, though. And that law is because you can't hide the flaws of the ladder, particularly the structural flaws. I wish there were more things like that. How many times, like on cars, where they just kind of quickly paint over spots or things like that, or anything else, they just kind of cover it up with paint. And so in Alberta, it's a safety issue, so you can't paint a wooden ladder. You can use a transparent stain, though. So you can do that, but you just can't paint it to cover the flaws. It's a safety issue. Have you broken that law? I hope not. How about this one? Now, in Canada, they're still considered partially a monarchy, so they still have like the Queen of England as the head of state. Just so you know, if the Queen ever comes to visit, and you're ever there to see the Queen, just know it's illegal to try and scare the Queen. So if she's going by, don't suddenly jump out and go, boo! My wife, on the other hand, she probably want to do that. My wife is famous for doing that. But don't do it. Don't do it. Don't try to scare the Queen. Don't sit there with like a balloon like, no. It is illegal to try and scare the Queen. And in fact, if you go ahead and try to do that, you could end up serving prison for up to 14 years. 14 years for trying to scare the Queen. Oh, come on, she's a little older now, so we don't want to push her heart too much. But don't do it. Don't try to serve the Queen, or you get 14 years in prison. That's the way it is. Don't do it. Here's another one for you. Are you one of those people that likes to collect coins, that likes to collect loose change, that you take loose change and you just dump it into a jar, and then when the jar is full, you're like, hey, look at all the money I got. And you're saving up and you want to buy something great? Just so you know, in Canada, there are limits on how many coins you can use in a transaction. You cannot just simply walk in and like, hey, I want to buy a car. Yes, I know the car is like $12,000. Here's 12,000 loonies. You're not allowed to do that. There is a limit on how many coins that you can use. You're not allowed to use too many coins. And in fact, the exact limit, for those who want to know, it's $5 in nickels, $25 in loonies. If you don't know what a loonie is our $1 coin. We use coins for some smaller bills. The $1 coin, you can only use 25 of those in a transaction. And you're only allowed to use 40 toonies. 40 toonies. And a toonie is our $2 coin. So you're only allowed to use 40 toonies, 25 loonies, and $5 worth of nickels. But I want to be serious here. Who's going to carry that much change? Like really, Say, hey, look, I want to pay for this, and I know the limit. I know the limit. So this bill comes to like $110. I'm gonna pay for that in change. Coincidentally, I couldn't find anything on quarters though. I didn't see quarters in that list. But it's like, yeah, I'm gonna carry around $5 in nickels, $25 in loonies, and $40 and 40 in toonies. Sorry, it wouldn't be 100 that much. I was doubling it there, but $40 in toonies, 20 toonies, 25 loonies, and $5 in nickels, which is be like 100 nickels. You ever carry that much change? I've walked around with change in my pocket before, and it's like everybody hears you coming. You take one step, and it's like, ka-chunk. Take another step, ka-chunk. Everybody's going to hear you coming. I was just saying, hey, look at how much change I got. I think you're just kind of a jerk for carrying that much change anyway, unless you're trying to do a workout. How about this? I think a Canadian tradition that you kind of do around here, the garage sale, where somebody else's junk can become your junk to appear in another garage sale that you put on. Now, are you somebody who likes to have garage sales? Do you like putting them on? You like having people come? Or are you like someone who likes visiting garage sales? Just so you know, in the city of Toronto, Ontario, you are only allowed to have two, that's right, 2 garage sales per year. Only 2. That means if you're somebody who likes to hit garage sales in Toronto, you better be planning. Because that person, they're only going to be there twice for the maximum year. Unless you break that law, if you break that law in Toronto, you can be susceptible to a fine of $5,000. That's right, $5,000 fine. So unless you got a really wicked garage sale that's going to make more than $5,000 in sales, you can only put on 2 of them, or you're going to lose money. So there you go. All right, that's 4 already down. That's 4 down. Have you broken the law yet? Are you a criminal? I don't know if we associate with criminals. Let's see about this next one. Just so you know, in Canada, up until the year 2017, it was illegal to challenge someone to a duel. Now it's legal, but before 2017, it was not legal. Okay, now I gotta admit, I broke this one. Joking around, junior high school, we would, with gloves, you got a glove in your hand, you got a friend there, poof, I challenge you to a duel. I'm old bald dad. I'm older than 2017. Sorry. Don't tell the cops on this one. Hope they don't watch these videos. But just so you know, you can challenge someone to a duel now. For the last 3 years, you could challenge someone to a duel. I don't know what you would do that with. But does that only work for like pistols? Or is that a sword duel? Or does that count for like a pie eating contest? Or like this hot dog eating contest? I wonder if that's how really it was that broad. It's like, I challenge you. I bet you I can eat this hot dog faster than you. That'd be a duel. You broke the law. Cop's gonna show up. You can't do that. Make it a non-duel. So if they had a third person in, is it a duel then? Don't know. But up until 2017, it was illegal in Canada to challenge somebody to a duel. How about this one? In Ontario, there's a law on the books, and it's an old one, obviously, it just hasn't been done away with, that if you don't pay your bill at an inn or a hotel, they can sell your horse. You can have your horse sold on you. Now, that sounds kind of funny, but it's an old one. It's under like the Inns Propriety Act or something like that, and there are restrictions on it. It's like if you've stayed there for like 3 months and you're 3 months behind in your pay, and you don't pay it, and they give you fair notice, then they can put a lien on your possessions and things like that I guess are left there, and they can sell them off. It's just funnier to say it's your horse. Because I don't know how many people go to the inn nowadays, go to the hotel, and they're there with a horse. I don't know too many people who stay in that long, although I have heard it. I have heard of it. Heard about a guy who found it was better off to retire rather than in a senior citizens complex, retire in a hotel. Because you got complimentary breakfast, his rooms were looked after, there was a pool outside all looked after. He figured that was cheaper, it was better. He lived in a hotel. Just so you know. It's just one of those crazy laws. Here's another one. Are you one of those kids that likes to get outside and exercise? Are you one of those parents who kicks your kid outside and say, get out, no more technology for you, go do something fun? How about you go find something? The kid's like, I don't know what to do. And you go, hey, there's a tree. Go climb the tree. Well, if you live in Osawa, Ontario, that's against the law. It's illegal to climb a tree in Osawa, Ontario. So don't do it. Now, the actual law says something a little more like this. No person shall interfere with a tree or part of a tree located on municipal property, including but not limited to attaching, affixing, or placing upon in any manner or object or thing to a tree or part of a tree and climbing the tree. Now, obviously, they're on municipal property, which means if you're out in the local park, local square in Osawa, Ontario, don't climb the tree. Don't tie a swing to the tree or anything like that. But I wonder, what happens if you're in the park, it's a windy day, and you want to fly a kite? Do kids still fly kites today? Anyway, you're flying a kite, and all of a sudden it heads towards that tree. You're trying to stop, you can't stop it, and the kite goes in the tree and wraps around a branch. You get in trouble then? Because technically you just affixed something to the tree. It wasn't on purpose, but you still did it. How about something that you're playing around and a shoe or something, and somebody throws a shoe and the lace gets caught in the tree? Is that against the law? It's just one of those random laws, okay? It's one of them there. All right, how about this? Have you ever, just random question, have you ever wanted to drag a dead horse down Yonge Street in Toronto? Have you ever? Come on, we all get that urge every now and then. You know you do. You know you want to. Have you ever tried to do it? Well, don't do it on Sundays. Not a Sunday activity. Not a Sunday friendly. I don't know why, but in Toronto, you can't drag a dead horse down Yonge Street on Sunday. I don't know. It's one of those laws that has been there. It's always been there. But you can't do it. You can do it Monday. You can do it on a Wednesday. Just don't do it on the Sunday. Don't do it. People are trying to get to church. Can't have you holding up Yonge Street by trying to drag a dead horse down the street. So if you dragging that horse through Toronto and you arrive on Yonge Street, you better be picking that horse up on your shoulders or getting a friend to help you pick it up and you carry it down so you're off Yonge Street. Then you can drag it again. I don't know. Don't do it. How about this one? Now, this one, it's kind of a funny one. And I'm not really sure how true it is, but it's from the York Regional Police. And they put it on their Twitter feed. And it's a law that they say, and I couldn't really find where it is. But according to them, it's illegal to remove a bandage in public. Now, I don't know if that's actually true. I couldn't find anything on it. Maybe you can find something on it. If you can, hit me up in the comment box and comments, and I'll look into it. But according to them, it's illegal to remove a bandage in public. So guess what? Odds are you're a criminal. That's right, you're a criminal. How many times that happened? You got a cut, you put a bandage on it, your mom or dad put a bandage on it, you go swimming. You jump into the pool, it's starting to peel off. So what do? You're like, oh, this bandage is a pain. You just rip it right off. You're like, there we go. That's better. It wasn't doing anything anyway. You just broke the law. I guess you gotta, this coming off. Oh, stop. Guys, I gotta go to the washroom quick. Hey, you gotta pee? Nah, you gotta do number 2. No. Just don't want to break the law. I gotta take my bandage off. Gotta go do it in private. Sorry, boys. Just the way it is. Couldn't really find, I think it's probably one of those old laws for sanitary reasons or whatnot. Don't know. But according to the York Regional Police, it's illegal to remove a bandage in public. Don't do it. Next up. You know, Canada's known for some things. Really is. Canada's known for quite a few things here. Canada's known for the beaver. It's known for the way we say about. For some reason, they think we say aboot. It's known for the one classic word that is definitely Canadian, A. And it's always amazing to see non-Canadians try to use that and use it incorrectly. You want to know how to use A correctly? The word A is used to turn a perfectly good statement into a question. That's what it is for. Take, for example, the statement, "It is a beautiful day outside." perfectly good statement. But if you need to make that a statement, a question in a hurry to ask somebody outside else, you say it like this. It's a beautiful day outside, eh? See? Perfectly good question. And it is done by using the word a. Don't use it incorrectly. That's the way it is. There's rules about it. Understand it. That's how it's got to be. All right, now Canada is known for a few things. We're known for our symbols. We're known for our hockey. They're known for, a lot of times, it's pretty good breweries. It's known about the beaver. Don't make fun of the beaver. Beavers are a noble and proud animal. And it's known for maple syrup. So it should be no surprise that we got a law about maple syrup. And the maple syrup law is, it's illegal to pass counterfeit maple syrup off as the real deal. You cannot do it. It's a crime against Canada. Look, maple syrup is a classic thing. It's great on food. It's great on ice cream. It's great to drink straight out of the bottle. Don't pass off the imitation stuff as the real stuff. The real stuff is real. The imitation, we don't know what's in that. So don't do it. It is illegal to pass off counterfeit maple syrup as a real thing. You see, you may think we're worried about counterfeit money. You might think we're worried about counterfeit furs, counterfeit food. It's all about the maple syrup. Don't counterfeit our maple syrup. Don't be a criminal. All right, guys, that brings us to the end. That's 10 laws that are on the books in Canada. Let me ask you, are you a criminal? Have you broken any of these laws? Are you? Huh? If you are, hit me up in the comments, or if you know any other crazy laws that are out there that are funny, why not share them in the comments as well, as we enjoy. And as always, thanks for joining me. If you like the content, you like more of this, like, subscribe, great. Let's have fun. Once more, this is Old Bald Dad signing off.